Nancy Cordes joins us now from the White House. Nancy, the U.S. is holding virtual talks with Israeli officials today, as we mentioned, in an effort to deter a military invasion of Rafah. What are you hearing? What's the latest on that pressure campaign, if any pressure is being exerted?
Right. Well, we know that these are high-level talks. They involve the Secretary of State. They involve the National Security Advisor. They are speaking with high-level Israeli officials. This is a meeting that was supposed to be taking place in person last week, but then the Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, called it off over a dispute about a UN resolution calling for a ceasefire of Israel. So this is kind of a makeup. It is taking place virtually, and as you pointed out, it has to do with finding ways around a full-scale invasion. This is something that U.S. officials feel very strongly about. They think it should be headed off. They think that it could cause innumerable civilian casualties. And so basically, they are presenting to Israeli officials today a variety of alternatives. And whether the Israelis take them up on any of these alternatives remains to be seen. We know that the meeting was supposed to last an hour or two, perhaps even longer, and we haven't gotten a readout on the outcome of that meeting yet.
You know, Nancy, we are almost a week since that bridge collapsed in Baltimore in the port there, and almost immediately President Biden said he would make a visit, I think, as soon as possible or as soon as feasible. Now we hear Friday is that date. How significant is the visit in the wake of this collapse?
It's significant, particularly, Tony, because the White House has made it clear, the broader administration has made it clear that they believe that the federal government has a role to play in rebuilding this bridge and paying for the rebuilding of this bridge, which is undoubtedly going to cost billions of dollars. And so the president there on Friday is a powerful symbol, they hope, of the need to get this bridge rebuilt, not just for the people who use it every day as commuters, but also, of course, for port traffic into and out of Baltimore. We don't know a lot yet about what he's going to do when he gets there, how exactly he will survey the damage, where exactly he will speak. But this is the president making good on a promise, saying that he would visit as soon as it was safe to do so, at a time when there are some in Congress who are questioning, on the right in particular, whether the U.S. should be shelling out more money to pay for the rebuilding of this bridge.
Nancy, on to another topic. Last night, we watched the fifth story that Scott Pelley has done on what used to be called the Havana Syndrome. I understand that you spoke with White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre earlier about that very story. Let's hear a little bit of what she had to say, and we'll come right back to you.
Bottom line, are U.S. officials who are working on issues related to Russia, particularly overseas, are they safe?
Look, we are going to continue to emphasize the importance of prioritizing, right, making sure that personnel are, protected, and we are going to do everything that we can. This is something that this president believes is important, and so, look, we're going to continue to do a comprehensive examination of the effects here that we're seeing and the potential causes of AHI. That's something that we're going to continue to look into, and look, we take this very seriously.
Nancy, they take it seriously, but there's been pushback around the idea that Russia might be behind it. What else is the White House saying about this and about the report?
Right. So officially, they are not backing away from the conclusion that has been drawn, at least for now, by the Director of National Intelligence some time ago, which is that it's unlikely that some foreign power is involved in all of these, what are now known as anomalous health incidents that have happened to literally hundreds of U.S. personnel here and overseas. But what was so fascinating and disturbing about the 60 Minutes piece by Scott Pelley last night was this link that was sort of laid out between so many of the people who, in their view, were targeted, and the very similar experiences that they all had, and the fact that so many of them were working on issues related to Russia. And in particular, Scott Pelley spoke to some individuals who believe that these incidents were payback for what these officials were working on. And so there is this obvious question: is it safe for U.S. officials to be working on these issues, particularly overseas? The Pentagon just today confirmed the 60 Minutes reporting that a Department of Defense official who was in Vilnius at the NATO summit just last year experienced one of these anomalous health incidents. The Pentagon didn't give us any information about how this person is doing now, but clearly the circumstantial evidence is building up that this isn't just some random incident that keeps happening to people who are tied to the U.S. government.
Nancy Cordes, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.